Over to South Africa, and WION met the convicted drug smuggler Shani Krebs to see how he is settling in South Africa after spending almost 2 decades in a Thai prison. In 1994, Shani was arrested in Thailand for attempting to smuggle heroin out of Thailand. Our correspondent Kalden Ongmu gets us our next report. Let's have a look.
My name's Shani Krebs. I'm first-generation South African. I'm an artist, an author, motivational speaker. And I also teach art, and then I'm an ex-convict. So I had quite a difficult childhood, and I was put in an orphanage, and at the end of high school I started dabbling in drugs.
In 1994, Shani was arrested in Thailand for attempting to smuggle heroin out of the country.
I tried to smuggle 2.4 kilos of heroin out of Bangkok, where I was caught and initially given the death penalty. But because I pleaded guilty, my sentence was commuted to life imprisonment, which is equivalent to 100 years.
Through a series of amnesties, Shani's sentence was reduced. He spent a total of 18 years in 5 different prisons in Thailand, including one of the most notorious prisons in the world, Bang Kwang Prison.
I think the hardest part was, for me was the restriction of movement, being locked up 16 to 18 hours a day, the overcrowding, diseases were rampant. Very early into my confinement, I started expressing my feelings through art. Not only was it an escape from reality, but eventually through art I rediscovered who I was. And my childhood dream was to be an art teacher. So slowly, as I developed my drawing skills, life became a lot more meaningful, and through my art I found purpose. So it saved my life. I mean, if I didn't go to prison, I wouldn't be alive today.
Shani was released from prison in 2012. He was welcomed by his family and friends at South Africa's OR Tambo International Airport. For Shani, this was the start of his new life, but he knew life would not be an easy ride.
Through letter writing, I actually developed a passion for writing. And very early into my confinement, in my letters to my sister, I told her to keep all my mail because one day I wanted to write a book, because I had a story to tell. And people needed to learn and know what the consequences were of drug addiction and drugs and the dangers.
Motivational speaking also became a part of life for Shani. The 61-year-old is now following his dream of teaching art. He has students who not only come to learn art from him, but also look up to him in many ways.
It's really inspired me to change my life around, to stop wasting time and working. I used to waste away on video games. I quit doing that. It was bad for me.
At first I was like, I didn't know his background at all. And then I started Googling him and I see this amazing man actually that he is. And how things have changed for him, even due that he was in jail and everything. How that he changed that around to make something of his life.
Well, Shani obviously has been through a lot in his past, and now has completely turned his life around, and it just shows me that people remember how you finish, not how you start.
This is Kalden Ongmu from Johannesburg, South Africa for WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.